Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer. And a beautiful Friday it is, my dear friends. Good morning to you. Welcome into the hottest spot in town. Of course, you've stepped into Sunshine's Corner. You know I do it every Friday. Oh, it's Friday. So we've got a weekend ahead of us that's filled with nothing but activities. But let me stop and say this to you first of all. We have had I don't know what to say. We've had a week ahead of us, right? We've had this week that we made it through. But what I want to say to you today is today's Friday. So, you know, I've been talking to a lot of people. A lot of people have been emailing and texting me in regards to how they are feeling down because of the election that came out on, we got the winning numbers on Wednesday morning. However, let me say something to you. Now, I want to encourage you today. Sometimes when God allows things to happen, He always got a plan. So let's not lose our focus on our faith. Let's hold on to our faith because God sees the big picture. You know, when you often hear me say, let's don't look at just what's right in front of you. Let's look at the big picture. That's what I want you to do today. So I want you to tell somebody else to stay right here where you are because I've got some words that I want to share with you to encourage you. And for those who have been sending me messages to encourage me, I thank you as well. It is Sunshine's Corner right here, and you know this. We talk about things that are very important to the community. My guest is running a little late. I'm going to tell you who it is. It's Mr. Lawrence Young from Washington High School. You know that the Battle of the Bands coming up this weekend. They invited me to come out to be a part of it. It's going to be tomorrow. We're going to tell you all about that. When he gets here, we're going to be talking about that right there. You see it on the screen. It is the 3rd annual Battle of the Bands. I got to say this. Those guys, those kids are absolutely phenomenal. Playing those instruments and moving like they do. I can't wait till tomorrow. And you see it's going to kick off tomorrow at 3 o'clock. So hopefully you'll be there to join in with all the fun because it's going to be a great time. But now, let me go back to what I said I want to say to you today, ladies and gentlemen, because I feel like your family. And I want to say also, you know, it's always easy for things to somewhat throw us off the track. That's the trick of the enemy. But what I want to leave with you today are some words. I want you to take these words that I'm going to share with you, put clothes on them and wear it. Because we all have times when our plans don't work out. We get delayed, interrupted, and inconvenienced. It's easy for us to get frustrated and fight against everything that doesn't go our way. But not every interruption is bad. Every closed door doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. Every delay doesn't mean that you're not where you're supposed to be. God sees the big picture for your life. And I want you to think about this. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, that God knows where every road is leading us. He knows the dead ends and the shortcuts. He knows the big parts, and I got to take a sip here because I got a scratch in my throat. But, you know, it's this time of year with with these things that happen like this, and I'm going to have to ask that we run quickly, David, to a quick commercial break. And then I'm going to come back because I'm about to cough. If we could just go real quick, and I'll be right back.
Good day, Pensacola. Welcome to a new segment on health and wellness sponsored by Baptist Healthcare in partnership with Sunshine's Corner. Every first Wednesday of the month during Sunshine's telecast, we're going to be bringing you information about health and wellness and ways to make sure we're improving the quality of your health care here in Pensacola. After all, we want to ensure that you're going to the right place at the right time and for the right reason and that you don't feel alone. Can't wait to see you.
Empire Truck Sales, located at 2255 West Detroit Boulevard in Pensacola, is your Freightliner, Western Star, Detroit Diesel, and Cummins dealer for Northwest Florida. Open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., Saturdays and Sundays, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., providing sales, service, and parts. Empire Truck Sales is also your Oasis dealer for Freightliner custom chassis RV and motorhome repairs. Running I-10 will get you in.
Many who consider facial plastic surgery are concerned their results will look unnatural. But with over 20 years of serving the Pensacola community, his thousands of satisfied patients have made Dr. Derek Jones a trusted reconstructive and facial plastic surgeon known for industry-leading results that look natural. Call 850-484-FACE to schedule a consultation at one of our locations in Pensacola and Gulf Breeze.
I'm Dr. Derek Jones. Trust your face to a facial plastic surgeon.
At Pensacola Habitat for Humanity, we believe every child should have a safe place to grow. That's why we work with you and the community to build not just a house, but a home.
She worked very hard to get this house. I really appreciate that because, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here right now.
When you help build a home, you build a future. Pensacola Habitat for Humanity.
I've got to say, please accept my apology. If you know how it is with allergy season and you get to draining, oh my God, that hit me so quick. But I you know what? I think that the enemy didn't want me to share this good thought with you today. But I'm going to start it over so that we can make sure that we have these words of encouragement that take us through today. I'm going to just go through the first part like I already told you. When we go through those times of our lives and the plans that don't work out that we have, we can get delayed, we get interrupted, sometimes inconvenienced. And it's easy for us to get frustrated and fight against everything that doesn't go our way. But not every interruption, my dear friends, is bad. I want you to look at what happened with the country. Every closed door doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. We've got to continue to fight. Every delay doesn't mean that you're not where you're supposed to be. When God places you somewhere, He's going to take you through. God sees the big picture for all of our lives. God knows where every road is leading us. But do you have the faith to walk it? He knows the dead ends and the shortcuts. But, and the big part of faith is trusting God, the things that you don't see. When you don't understand why things happen the way that they do, and what everybody's questioning now, I want you to listen to this. God may close a door because we're not, believing for the big things, looking at the small things. If He opened the door, it would limit what He wants you to do in your life. And interruption may come because it's not the right time, or there are other people involved and they're not ready yet. So what am I trying to say to you today? Sometimes God will allow us to be inconvenienced so we can help somebody else that's in need. Help somebody right here in Pensacola. We have to be willing to press through the difficulty so that we can be at the right place at the right time. Do you trust Him? Do you believe it? So the next time you're interrupted, delayed, or inconvenienced, don't start thinking that this is pain. This is getting me off my schedule. What you need to do is this: get a new perspective and look for what God wants to do, because it could be divine interruptions or divine protection. Trust Him today, because He is directing your steps. I say that because there are so many people that I talk to, and every time I open up my social media, there's somebody that's trying to encourage. So I want you to take this scripture today, put clothes on them and wear it. Trust in the Lord with all of your heart. Lean not to your own understanding. In all of your ways, submit to Him, and He will make your path straight. Go back to the wisdom book, put clothes on these words. That's Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. And believe me, if you do it that way, I guarantee you this: you're going to see a difference. That's the thought that I want to share with everybody, because even though this election didn't turn out the way we planned, God has the bigger picture. Do you actually think God is going to leave us? No, He's not. There could be a lesson in what we learned. There can be a lesson in what just happened. So what am I saying to us today? Let's sit down now and see what plan, and make a plan so that we can make it better for ourselves, because that has spoken. But what we have to do is to put on the whole armor of God and make sure that we're ready to deal with what we got to deal with, and stop saying, "Oh, I'm so sad." It's done. Faith, trust, believe. That's what we've got to do, my dear friends. And believe me, it affects me just like it does you. And if you would like to be a part of this conversation we're going to talk today, about believing up until my guest get here, because I tell you, I love him with a perfect kind of love. He's so good. Mr. Young, that he's an instructor there at Washington High School. Went to the wrong spot, but that's okay. A lot of people get me confused now, and I think they think this TV station is in New York. Just kidding. But they tend to think, when you do things over and over, it becomes a habit. So therefore, but I'm here, and he's on his way. We're going to be talking about that. He got a surprise coming with him, too. I can't wait to see what the surprise is that's going to be talking about with the Battle of the Band that's going on tomorrow. If you have never attended that Battle of the Band, man, I encourage you. You need to do so today, because the Battle of the Bands is what's happening. Call me up and talk to me today about what we've talked about all week if you'd like to, so we can just keep it going. 850-432-7768, that's the number. And because of the fact so much has happened, and I want you to know that one thing that we can do is continue to uplift each other and know that everything is going to work out for the good of those who believe. And that is a fact. Good morning.
Good morning, Sunshine. How you doing this Friday morning?
Man, I don't know. I'm getting there. I'm sneezing and scratching in my throat and everything.
I know. Yes, you got the. Did you find your yellow pills?
I got them.
Yes, you're gonna need them. But yeah, it's the air change and everything like that. But I want to know, did you hear the story that's been going around yesterday? A lot of Black people from New York all the way down to Florida had some messages.
No, you need, okay, hold on.
Messages.
I can't hear you. You need to stand still.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Now say that again. Have I heard?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Yes, I was just wanting to check and see. Did you hear the stories that's been coming out, that from New York to Florida, that there were some text messages that had been going out to Black people, and it was telling them by name, it said, "Hey, Mr. Such and Such or Miss So and So, you need to report to the nearest plantation at 3:00 tomorrow." And it talked about not worrying about clothes, because they're going to be clothes going to be provided to you and everything like that. And I thought, oh, my God, is this starting now? Because I said, if I get a text message, in my mind, I felt like I'm going to have to take it to the gutter. And I'm going to read them for filth. But then I was like, you know what? That's not God-like.
No, it's not.
So I'm going to have to do that and just ignore it.
And what we got to realize is this, too. Now, I always tell people this. Now, they said that, was this on social media?
Yes.
Okay, this is what I want to encourage everybody. Social media is not your form of news. Social media is your form of mess. Social media is not your form of news. That's what fake news is. Because what has happened, let me explain something to you that we've researched and we know what's happening. On social media, they will take things that will get them as many likes as possible. The more likes, the better. What we've got to realize, we got to go to the real source where the news is that you can trust. And I'm not talking about Fox News and all of this. I'm talking real news, because all social media does, that will increase a person's that will increase their popularity on Facebook. That's what that is. And I tell you, it's a lot of people want to talk about this, Eric, so let me go to the next line. Let's see what they got to say, okay? But that's what that is. And thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Yes, thank you, and keep up fighting for the vulnerable.
Of course we will.
Keep fighting, because we need people like you to definitely reach out and look out for the people that doesn't have the help to do it for themselves.
Absolutely. Go to occasion. Thank you, love. We'll talk to you later on today.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. And everybody, I tell you what, now I really want to reiterate that, because we have found out that fake news is out there everywhere. And when you get that, people want to get their likes up. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. Good morning.
Sunshine?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Listen, if you will, let me just sum up what happened on Tuesday.
Please, go right ahead. Please do.
Vice President Harris had only 2.5 months to campaign. Donald Trump had 4 years to campaign. That is fact. The other fact is men, both black and white men, have a problem with a woman being in charge. You look at your eastern seaboard, all of those states that was traditionally blue flipped, because whether people want to admit it or not, men have a problem with a woman being president of the United States. It happened with Hillary Clinton and now Vice President Harris. I want to commend her for her professionalism, her integrity, and she's going to be okay.
Yes, she will.
But this is not where the story ends.
I agree.
Now we need to see the will of God.
Come on with it.
For the next 4 years. Because here's a man that only speaks about revenge and what he's going to do to other people. But the will of God, who is still in charge of this universe, will always come to pass. The will of God. So I want people, I know they're hurting. I didn't get angry. I'm disappointed, but I didn't get angry.
Absolutely, I agree.
But I want people to love your family just a little bit more.
Come on with it.
Take care of one another. Everybody was complaining about, the economy and this and that. Every time you go in the parking lot of Walmart, it is full. You go to the grocery store, it is full. People are traveling. You go to a sporting event, 50, 60,000 people. So all of these things that people were saying that was bad really wasn't.
I agree.
The pure fact is, this lady would have turned the page on being a nation divided and bringing people together for the good of all.
I agree.
She would have done that.
I think so too.
But we're going to be okay.
We're going to be fine, Ellison. We're going to be fine. Thank you so much. And I tell you what, he made a point there, and that's a good thing. We are going to be fine. You know, he said that when he found out that men don't like the fact of to be under a woman, a strong woman. Whew, I wonder why. Good morning.
Good morning, Sonshine.
Good morning, Kingdom Walker.
You started off the morning preaching to us, and you kind of preaching to a choir here in Pensacola, and you used the word faith and trust. You know, trust is to really understand, serve together.
Yes.
Faith is forsaking all of y'all. I'm trusting him.
Amen.
What, Sonshine, what we need is true love. Check this one out. True love, TRUELOVE, to really understand eternity. Leave others victoriously empowered.
Yes.
Huh?
I hear you.
This morning, a lot of people are in a state of depression, and they should be in a state of expectation. Because they may be perplexed and vexed, but God is still in control, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Huh? He wants us now to regroup, Sonshine. We got to start building true love relationships, because that's powerful. Powerful in itself is an acronym. POWERFUL. Positive, optimistic words. Encourage righteousness for unlimited living.
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah,
and
I agree.
One more thing, and I'm gone, Sonshine. To feel the true power of true love of and through those who truly love the Lord, loving you, is the power of God that will surely see us through.
Absolutely.
Because God will do what he says he will do.
Every time.
Through and with who? Huh? You.
That's right.
God bless y'all. Supernatural blessings on everybody.
Thank you.
We getting ready to get busy, y'all.
We got to get busy. We got to get busy.
On our knees.
Amen.
Knee-mail.
There you go. I love it. Thank you, Kingdom Walker. And I tell you guys, that's why I wanted to start the day off with a positive thought. I know that we're disappointed, but you see, it's something that the young lady said yesterday that really resonated deeply with me. I'm talking about Haley Morissette. And when she said that, One thing was the fact that what we had to do was, she said, we had to start planning now. Don't wait till 2 years from now. Do it now. Plan. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
This is Valerie Rankins. How are you?
Hey, Valerie. I'm doing well. How are you?
All right. I'm watching you on television, but I didn't know I was going to talk to you like this. But anyway, yeah. I had a question, though. My question was, I was just wondering, are we seeing history repeat itself?
That's right. I said this the other day, Valerie. I brought this up and I said that even though we've been here, done that, so all we got, well, if we've been there, done that, we can come through this.
Right.
And I mean,
with Barabbas, they had called out Barabbas to be free.
Right.
And when all he did, he started riots and everything and killed people, murdered people, should I say. And now we're kind of seeing a repeat of what's going on. So, but anyway, I still trust God. He's in control.
Yes, he is.
And I'm just believing that we will just walk in peace.
Yes, we will. And I tell you, I'm right there with you, Valerie, all the way. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Everybody, I tell you, what we're doing, we're just sharing our thoughts today on what has happened, and we got to learn to be positive in everything. And remember, I told you, and thank you for the callers that came in to really to uplift each other as we do every day. But I told you we're going to be talking with Mr. Lawrence Young, Booker T. Washington High School. They've got the Battle of the Bands coming up this weekend, and we're going to be talking about that. We're going to go right now and see all the information right there. You can be there tomorrow at 3 o'clock, but we're going to be talking with him in just a little bit when we return back here with more information for you. Your information network, Sunshine's Corner on Blab TV.
You finally found the perfect car in Racing Blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Messick Insurance Agency in Pensacola if Auto Owners make sense for you.
Keep going, more. No, stop!
I'm Emily Echeverria, Marketing Communications Director for Council on Aging of West Florida and the host of Coming of Age. Watch our show to find out what we're doing for our seniors and their families and hear from area experts and local business owners about their programs and services. Want to help? Find out how you can work with us to bring a better future to our seniors. Watch Coming of Age, 3:30 p.m. Wednesdays, only on Blab TV.
This is Wayne at Icon Automotive in Robertsdale, Alabama, and I wanted to tell you more about our powertrain warranty forever. It comes with any vehicle we sell that has 80,000 miles or less at no additional cost to you. We put our vehicles through a tough safety and mechanical inspection before it can have the powertrain warranty forever, giving you a peace of mind with your purchase. This warranty is good anywhere in the country, and it covers 100% of parts and labor with no mileage limit, and is covered as long as you own the vehicle. Come pick out your dealership car at non-dealership pricing with the powertrain warranty forever at Icon Automotive.
Watch a new episode of Crime Stoppers Wanted Fugitives every Friday at 6 p.m. Your tips may be eligible for a cash reward, featuring items about officer training, various aspects of police work, and crime prevention information. You'll hear about upcoming family-friendly engagement events as well. Don't miss Crime Stoppers Wanted Fugitives every Friday at 6 p.m.
And welcome back to the hottest spot in town. This is Sunshine's Corner, where we keep you informed on everything you need to know. And let me say this again to all the callers that were reaching out this morning. Thank you so much. You know, I often tell you that together, I strongly believe that there's nothing that we can't do. All we've got to do is put our resources together, and look, we can make great change. Thank you so much, Ellison, for always being that strong force in the community. We depend on all that you do. That don't ever stop. Keep doing what you're doing. And I tell you, Kingdom Walker, with those, he's got these acronyms, oh God, that he shares with me so often, but I love it so. Now, I've been talking about it, you know, Battle of the Bands, whoop, whoop, I just love it so. Tomorrow, We've got Mr. Young in with us today, and I tell you, thank you so much for coming out to share, because we got some fun coming up tomorrow.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
I tell you, but you know what? Look, let me tell everybody, if you all came out to the breast cancer that we had in the mall.
Yeah, we had a good time, didn't we?
Oh, my God. That little fellow on the... Those guys are just so good.
Look, both groups were outstanding.
They were. And these are the same two that's in the battle for tomorrow now.
That's right. So let me tell you, tomorrow's battle is it's historic again. Because, my mother and father were music educators.
Okay.
And my dad worked at Wedgwood Middle School and Myrtle Grove Elementary School. My mom worked at Sherwood.
Right.
And I was students at all those places. And my dad was still at Wedgwood when I accepted the job at Booker T.
Right. Oh, really?
Yeah, so we had a legacy going there. And so the historic part is now we're in the third generation of Youngs.
Oh, wow.
That is teaching. So my nephew, Michael, is now the band director at Booker T.
Get out.
And I'm over at Pine Forest. So me and my nephew, we're quote unquote battling. But it ain't gonna be no love.
Of course not.
Because the family is still gonna be strong.
Exactly.
So we're looking forward to being together, and I think we're just looking forward to just putting on a good show for our community, but through our legacy of the Youngs.
That is excellent. That's a tree right there.
Yes, it absolutely is.
Look at that. But you know what? I got to tell everybody. I just love it because
Well, you came the first time.
Oh, yes,
the first
I did.
Year.
The first year.
It was so much fun. So we're getting ready to do it again. So it'll be at Pine Forest Gym tomorrow at 3 o'clock. And tickets are $11.
Right.
And you can scan
it's on that
GoFan.
flyer. Right.
Yeah, it's on the flyer.
It's on the flyer.
Mm-hmm.
And now if we can put the flyer up, you'll see what we're talking about. So when you see this, there it is right there.
They can scan that QR code right now and go ahead and buy their ticket.
Oh, they can scan it from the screen. That's right. From the TV. That's right.
And they don't want to miss it because it's going to be a show now.
Let me tell y'all something. You don't want to. The hype is, and I'm telling you, it's so many people in there. I'm talking adults that's in there that's just rooting like crazy.
And having fun. And it's 3 o'clock, so you can come early. We'll probably be done in less than an hour and a half or so.
That's not a long thing, but it's good.
You can go back home
and have fun
and relax and get enjoy the rest of your day.
But you know what, Mr. Young? Let me tell you something. When I see the competitiveness in those kids,
they are so okay. So I spent 20 plus years at Booker T.
That's right.
I went through a transition and now I'm at Pine Forest. And I didn't realize that the rivalry between the two bands was so strong.
Yes. Yes, it is.
And like my nephew is there, and the former band director at Pine Forest, who's now at Tate, Mr. Gray.
So I wonder where did he go?
He went to Tate, and I'm so proud of him. He has been one of the best music educators that Escambia County has seen. And sometimes you got to move on and do other things, as I have.
Right.
And so I'm very proud of him. And but he left something great to work with at that school. And those kids are so wonderful.
Yes, they are.
And so it's going to be a great show tomorrow. We're going to have a good time.
I'm going to be right there.
We're going to have a good time. And we have some surprise guests. Now, me and you talked about that.
I won't say nothing.
But we can't say nothing.
We can't say, you don't want to miss this.
Don't miss the surprise guest.
It is going to be absolutely phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Because, and let's go back on what I tell you. When I saw this when we were in the mall back here last month in October, I don't know his name. But the little fella with all them drums,
Yeah. That's one of my students. His name is William.
Okay, William, right?
William Curry.
I captured him on the phone. He put all those drums he had, then he leaned back like he was going to touch the floor. I said, look at that.
And I wasn't even expecting it. He caught all of us by surprise, yeah.
He is, and then there's another young lady. Oh, God. I'm going to tell you how fun this is. She plays the drums.
Mm-hmm.
But her mom came to my boot camp.
Okay. So I have a lot of young ladies.
I know,
in the
but I
drum
used to
line now.
call her I used to call her my teacher. She'd come with them. I said, okay, teacher, what we going to exercise?
Okay.
Then I looked up and I saw her. I was like,
but you know, it's exciting to have so many young ladies involved in percussion these days.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, that's right, percussion.
Right, it's percussion.
Don't just say drums.
Don't just say drums.
Okay.
They play a whole lot of stuff. But it's such a joy to have them involved, because I never, even in my teaching career, I never wanted them to feel like
something
they didn't belong. Right.
Right.
Yeah, because I have, you know, I'm a girl dad.
Of course, I know.
And so I have nieces. And
yep.
I have a lot of little girls that are basically my children. So
right.
I love them. And I've always wanted them to have the experience of doing whatever they wanted to do. And that includes percussion, drumline, all that stuff.
Right.
I don't want them to feel that they can't.
Exactly.
And
you know what I see in your face, though, Mr. Young? Let me say this. I've known you for quite a while.
We've known each other for a long time.
And the joy that I see in your face for teaching, educating our youth, what we need, I just want to say continue to do, because I can see it in your face that you love what you do. My sister was an educator, rest her soul, but my mom, rest her soul. It's the fact that I see that, and that's what it takes. And you know, I often tell you guys, we need to do more for our teachers.
Look, you know, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm just gonna be honest. They owe us more than what they're giving us.
Oh, I know
sure.
that. That's what I'm talking about.
And a lot of times I feel some days that they take advantage of our passion, but we still are passionate about what we do.
Exactly.
We love our students. We want them to succeed. We want them to do great things. And that's why we stay there. So, you know, like I look forward to going in today. Like I told you, I'm tired. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow, but I'm also looking forward to tomorrow being done, so I can go,
I go home and take a nap.
Put my feet up for a minute, right?
But you know, but that's what it takes, though. And you see parents and everybody who's viewing with us today. This man right here, I tell you, even with the whole family, your nephew,
my nephew, my mom,
your
and
mom,
dad,
and everybody. I mean, I know them.
And you know, even my sister, she's been my announcer when I was at Booker T for many years.
Yep.
So she's still announcing for Booker T now.
Right.
But they've all been involved. My aunt, my cousin. If I didn't have that family, my brother, if I didn't have all them involved with me when I first started, I never would have been successful.
Exactly.
And that's what people got to understand. Like, we're going through a hard time right now politically and everything, but sometimes you just gotta stay with your family. And my family has supported me. I wouldn't be where I am today.
I hear you. I hear you. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I would not be where I am today.
I know. And you know what I want everybody to do? You see Mr. Young when he's talking about all the things that he's given you, the legacy with his whole family. And when it comes to education, I often think that when a child is in school and they're doing something they love, they're going to excel even more. And does the music play a part in?
Okay, so let me tell you about this. A lot of times, and if you ever talk to some children, the only reason they come to school some days is because they get to go to band, or because they get to go to chorus,
right,
or because they get to play athletics,
right,
or because they get to go to ROTC,
right.
And those programs have to be supported more than what we're supporting them now.
Exactly.
Because that's what brings them to school.
Exactly.
Because I got kids and have had students that will keep their grades up in English, math, science.
So they can.
So that they can participate
right
in these other activities. And they go on to do great things. I am such a proud person of the students that go on to do great things. You know, you talk about kids like I got a band here, Ben Lofton and the Family. They came through Booker T.
Come on.
They started in the band room. And look at them now. They're one of the most popular bands
exactly.
here. Austin Paul, Marcus Gilliard.
Yes.
Avion Wright is playing drums on the Annie tour. He travels all across the world playing with a theater.
Really?
Yeah. Because they wanted to just be in band. And we show them something different, and they graduate, and they go on to do great things. They go to FAMU. I got Brandon Johnson. He's a drum major at Alabama A&M right now.
The drum major?
Yeah, so they were just students who just loved being in band, and we supported them, and we got them where they had to go, and we got them to understand your grades have to be this and
exactly.
that.
Otherwise
and
you
they become successful. And it's not just that. I got students that are musicians in Nashville, one of the hardest places to be a musician. But because they understood and we gave them a chance. And so we've got to support our music educators.
Exactly.
More.
I agree. Because there was something that we were doing back here a while back. And when you have things like that, make sure you stay in touch with me. Well, we always talk about that.
We talk. Yeah.
So we can make sure that we get the community to be a part of that, so that our kids, and that will keep them focused too, so that some of them stay out of trouble.
They look. I tell people all the time, it's like crime prevention.
Yes.
Because if they in band practice,
that's right.
If they in football practice,
they're not out there.
If they're at RTC, if they're at track, if they're wherever, course, whatever.
That's right.
Guess what?
That's right.
They ain't in these streets
they're
causing
not in
no problem.
Streets. That's right. And so we got to be able to help with things like that. And when you see this, I got to say this because that's the first one. I'll never forget when Pastor Joseph Marshall.
Yes.
I thought he was going to jump out the seat.
I thought he was too.
Because he was out.
He was so excited.
He was so excited.
But
Pastor
guess
Marshall,
what? He was there supporting his child.
Exactly. He was there and he was jumping. I mean, I said, look at Pastor Marshall over there, just like he's having.
And so I'm inviting everybody. I want the entire community. Let's get our city council members.
Yeah.
Our mayor, everybody. Y'all come out and just be a part of this. It's a lot of fun.
And it's not a long event.
No. But it's going to be awesome, though.
Yes,
it's going to be
is.
awesome.
When you hear them and the competitiveness you see in those kids.
But you know, they are competitive, but then when it's over, they hugging each other and loving on one another.
Exactly.
They going to dance together. We got DJ Spine is going to be there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
And see, people, it's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
We're going to have a great time.
We're going to have a great, and I thank you all for always remembering me, because you know what? Every year since it started,
you've been there.
I've been there. And going to continue to be there, because I just think it's so phenomenal. And that's why I want everybody, scan that barcode that's on the flyer that's going to pop up now. Please come out. It's only $11 to come out and help support something that's beneficial to our children. And I tell you, Mr. Young and the other Mr. Young and everybody else, this is what we talk about, helping our youth, and that is absolutely great. We got somebody that want to talk to us. Let's see what they're going to talk about on the phone. We take calls too here. Good morning.
Good morning. How y'all doing this morning?
We're doing well, Mr.
Doing well.
All right. All right. I want to let you know, Mr. Young, the question I want to ask you is, look like to me that the band is just about to pass the football team, because people now said they go to hear the band play rather than the football team. But in the 60s, when I was playing football, when I was in the band in the 60s, I played drum, they would come to see the football team. But now, look like people, a lot of folks say, we're going to see the band for halftime show.
And Mr. Snell, I'll tell you this. My goal, and I always told my students, it's our goal to keep people in their seats during halftime. They can go get hot dogs and stuff in the third quarter.
There you go.
So if that's what we're doing, that means we've been successful, and that's true. Because when you go to our HBCUs, or even if you go to Florida State or whatever, Tennessee, those schools, those bands, people stay in the stands to see those bands because it's a phenomenal experience, and we're just trying to provide the same thing here.
Exactly. So, Mr. Ed Sneer, turn your TV down. Turn your TV down, Mr. Sneer.
Yes, ma'am. I turn it down. Yes, ma'am.
There you go. Thank you very much. I can hear everything we were saying. Okay, but look, that's what we talk about. You see, and you just put the icing on the cake, because you know when you go to Eddie, when you say you were playing that in what year?
He didn't say what year.
He did say year.
In the 60s. You want to tell me in the 60s.
Okay.
Okay, Eddie. In the 60s.
Yes, sir. But they were going to see the football team, but now people come to see the band.
But Ed, I hope that you come out and say, have you been to the Battle of the Bands yet? I haven't seen you. I've been there every year.
No, because listen now, I'm a little working man on Saturday, but I'm seeing I get off tomorrow, slip away if I can to come see
Come on, Eddie Snell.
It started at 3 o'clock, you
It
said?
started at 3 o'clock.
Come through. You know you got to tell me a joke when you get there, too, because he always tells a joke.
He tell you them jokes, too?
Yes, always.
Always. Keep my tickets at the door, sir, if you come down.
You come on through. I want you there, and you bring some folks with you now, because I know you know a lot of people.
You know a lot.
Go ahead and tell your community they need to come out and support these young people.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll try my very best to support you. And, congratulations. And What's in the bag? You know what I'm talking about. You remember that joke I told? What's in the bag?
There you go.
I'll call you when we get off. I'll call you later. We're not going to talk about that right now.
Yes, have a great day.
Thank you, Eddie. All right, bye now.
Bye-bye.
But you see, Eddie made a good point, though. You know, back used to be, now I'm going to tell you, HBCU to the heart.
All day?
All day long.
You know I'm a FAMU graduate.
Okay,
so
now ASU, okay?
Okay, and I'm good with ASU. I know Dr. Oliver up there.
There you go.
Yeah, I sent some kids up there.
But it's like, ooh, and you know, Turkey Day Classic.
Come on with it, yeah. ASU and Tuskegee,
yes.
Absolutely.
But it's like this, see, everybody, what we're saying, you see the joy, and if you haven't been there to experience that, you don't know what you're missing. It's going to take place tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Get your tickets, scan that code, come on out and support these young people. And when you see them out there performing and the joy that's in their faces, and then everybody on the side trying to keep up with them, come on, you don't want to miss it. Stay close, we're going to be talking more with Mr. Young about the Battle of the Bands taking place tomorrow at 3 o'clock right here in Pensacola. Keep it locked in to Sunshine's Corner.
Welcome to Little John's Big and Tall, where tall men and big men go for style, fit, and comfort. We offer a wide variety of styles and unique brands that service all sizes from large to 14X, as well as tall sizes from large tall to 6X tall. Our knowledgeable staff are here to make sure you have a stress-free experience and answer any of your questions. Little John's has been named Best of Pensacola and Best of the Bay for 4 years in a row. Visit Little John's at 5700 North Davis or visit us online at littlejohnsbigandtall.com.
It's time to find a health plan that can keep up with your life. A plan that makes getting care convenient, with doctors around the corner.
I can get used to that.
Plus, 24/7 access to care. Plans that keep more money in your pocket, with plan payments as low as $0.
$0. Looks good to me.
Let's find your health solution. Speak to a dedicated Florida Blue agent today. Call 1-850-393-7036 to learn more.
Fostering a pet for a friend or neighbor can keep families together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
Some attorney ads are really over the top, within-your-face concepts. Not this one, because there's nothing exciting about bankruptcy law. But if you're struggling with credit card debt, medical bills, student loans, repossession, or mortgage payments, you'll want to hear this. Lewis & Jernevoy has helped thousands of people with financial problems for over 20 years. We may be able to help you achieve financial freedom, and that is exciting. Call Lewis & Jernevoy today for a free consultation.
Get your tickets now to EntreCon 2024. You'll learn how to turn your dreams of starting a business into a reality. Current business owners will learn the secrets to making your business more successful. With 31 speakers, you'll have access to a diverse range of experts, actionable strategies, and dynamic networking to help you with your path to greatness. EntreCon 2024 is November 13th and 14th at 3 locations in downtown Pensacola. Get your tickets at EntreConPensacola.com. That's EntreConPensacola.com.
Yeah, they need that.
And welcome back to Sunshine's Corner on this Friday edition. We've got Mr. Lawrence Young in with us today. Music, music. I can't do either one, but percussions.
That's right. I'm a percussionist.
But look, we're talking about the Battle of the Bands that's going to be taking place tomorrow there at Pine Forest High School. 3 o'clock. Parents, friends, neighbors, countrymen. I'm giving my speech.
There you go.
Come on out and support this tomorrow. Believe me, you'll be so excited you can't wait till next year. Because I tell you, every year I'm there and I just can't wait to, it's just, I think I see the excitement with the girls and the guys, they're all together. And the stands are going crazy.
Yeah.
And when I see those parents over there just hooping and hollering, I mean.
The kids are so excited.
Yes.
So, my nephew is the band director at Booker T.
Exactly.
I'm over at Pine Forest. Right. And I talked to him last night. I was talking to him and he was telling me how excited the students at Booker T are. And I know how excited the students at Pine Forest are.
But of course. Now, we were talking off camera about something that you're planning that you want to do for the kids.
Absolutely. So, Pine Forest, I would love to take my students to a FAMU football game. And we have an opportunity to go in the Friday after Thanksgiving.
Okay, at the end of the month.
Yeah, at the end of the month. But it's going to cost some money to get a charter bus and stuff. So
right.
At the same time, we are going to be reaching out to some of our community to help us fund getting that bus so that those
Absolutely,
students
so all the kids can go.
They have that exposure. And this is something that I don't think people know. And I've done this for over my 20 years of teaching. Sometimes you have to expose kids because they won't leave Pensacola if they don't have a different type of exposure.
Exactly.
So taking them to football games and things of that nature and band trips is something that helps to continue to develop them. Mm-hmm. And that's so important because, you know, when we were talking earlier about some of my students that play in Nashville and on the tours and stuff of that, those students wouldn't be where they were if they didn't have these type of exposures.
I agree. And you know, it's also important, I think, that when they do go and get these opportunities, it's a different level. Playing like right now, these kids that are in high school can plan for college and have something ready for that. When they can leave Pensacola, even just to start off in college.
Just to start off. Just give them an opportunity.
Opportunity.
Just give them a chance. And you know, I think about things like, even at Florida A&M right now, I have 2 students who are section leaders. One in the percussion section, one in the clarinet section. I have students that are freshmen at Florida A&M. We talked about Brandon Johnson, who's a drum manager at Alabama A&M. They would not have had those opportunities if they didn't have the exposure we're trying to provide now.
Exactly.
So you have got to continue. And we put a lot of resources and things around Pensacola, but Pensacola has a couple things that's just phenomenal. If you look at the history of musicians that have come from here, outstanding.
And it's so not just football and boxing.
That's right. And we're building the next generation of
yes.
them. But even when we talk about athletes and stuff like
a lot.
When we talk about how small Pensacola is compared to larger cities, and the amount of outstanding people in general that have come from here, hands down, this is one of the best places to be.
I'm telling you.
But we cannot continue to
just have
those experiences if we don't give them opportunities to have exposure to other things.
Exactly.
And that's literally all I'm trying to do. I just want them to be exposed.
And you're doing a great job at it because, I mean, there's no anybody, when they ever say music, your face goes boom, you know, because they know what you do and your track record.
Yeah.
And now with your nephew, cousin,
that's my nephew. And
your
I
nephew.
want him to be the exact same way, and he is doing that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now that you're taking this over, I can't wait till tomorrow. What we're trying to do, we're letting you know. Now, please, tomorrow afternoon, so you don't have to get up early in the morning. You still can get up and wash your car in the morning, cut the grass, and be ready to come over at 3 o'clock.
At 3 o'clock.
Be there.
And we're going to start on time, too.
Oh, hello. Now, that's what something I like about that, too, is you start on time.
We're going to start on time.
That's right. We don't do CP time.
3 o'clock, you're going to be on the mic
welcoming
everybody.
Welcoming everybody. Going to be right there doing it. So listen, come on now. And I can't wait. Get up and let's support. And I hope I know I see some of the grown people that's going to be out there they get more excited than the kids.
And that's right. And bring your babies too. So elementary school children can get in for $6, excuse me. And everybody else is $11. But bring the young babies too.
Let them see.
Because they get exposed to that. And that's how they learn that, hey, I want to be in band.
Exactly.
Or I want to do something when I get to high school.
Exactly.
So let's expose them as well.
What was that movie with, it was all about music.
Nick Cannon?
When they did Drumline. Yeah. That's it.
This is basically
the same
Drumline in person. Yep.
Exactly. And if you thought that was exciting, see it in person.
See it in person.
When you can see.
Because we just had the Drumline battle at the mall the other day.
Sure did. I'm telling you.
And they didn't want to stop. They were standing outside.
Look, they were outside.
Trying to battle.
Listen, I was on the mic on the inside.
And you was trying.
I'm talking on the inside. Nobody could hear me. Willow said, somebody go tell them, quiet down just a little bit.
Because they was out there getting it in. They were out there
cutting up.
They was getting it in, yeah.
But when I saw that in the mall, though, Mr. Young, it was so cute. And I don't know where these kids came from. Here was Booker T on this side. And then all these kids came from somewhere that was, just, I have to call it.
They was just there.
I said, these are the cheerleaders, right? But they were.
They were there.
They were there.
And they were literally at the entrance of the mall, standing on each side, just
waiting,
showing each other, look, this is what we can do, this is what you can do, let's go for it.
I tell you, so it's a great thing when we always talking about what can we do for our children. We're always saying, what do we do as a community for our children? Here's a way. Let's encourage them. Did you hear what he said when he was talking about how you can get a child? Look, now you can't be in this band unless your grades up.
That's right.
Now, if you want to learn to play these percussions, the saxophone, whatever it is you play,
you got to keep your grades up.
You got to keep your grades up.
Because you can't participate if your grades are not
exactly.
Up to par. And then if you keep them high enough, and we get you an opportunity, you might can go to college, you can go to trade school.
Right.
You can go straight in the workforce. I mean, I got kids that have great grades, but they want to go immediately. I want to be a truck driver.
Right.
I want to go in the military.
Right.
I want to go to college.
Right.
It provides all those opportunities.
Discipline.
So why not?
That's right.
Support it.
Exactly.
And that's what I just tell everybody. Support it. When you go to football games and you find out that the band might be running concessions or something,
go buy
a hot dog. Go get a hamburger. Do something.
Are we gonna have concessions tomorrow?
Yeah, we're gonna definitely have concessions.
Okay. Hot dog.
You know, people
don't eat. You know they got to have that hot dog. Them French fries.
Yes, ma'am.
So Eddie, don't eat. Bring all your friends over, and then y'all go back to the barbershop.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, because I can hear him laughing now.
Right.
Ready to tell a joke.
He gonna call me later. I know
he will, and he gonna have a joke.
Absolutely.
He has a joke every time I see him.
Every single time. Yes,
but the fact of it is, Eddie is a very much so. When you say a community-minded person,
absolutely,
that's Eddie Snell.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since I met him when I first got here, that is Eddie Snell. He has not changed, and won't. I mean, same way.
And it's gonna be the same every time.
Every single time, you got to worry about it. And you see, this is what we're saying to you, ladies and gentlemen. When the high schools put on things like this, when these instructors go out there and get these kids all ready, don't you know they want you to see them perform? Don't you know it would do something for that child?
The children want them there.
Yes.
They want the support. They absolutely do.
And I think they put even more into it when they see my neighbor, my friends, my cousin in the stands. They're going to give you 110% just to see them do their thing. Like that little fellow, what's his name?
William.
William just took me down the road that day. I said, I kept messing with William. Said, you ain't seen nothing yet.
You're right. Well, I'll make sure that I share that with him because they need to know that somebody saw them.
Exactly. And when he did that, I was like, cut up. But he threw that thing to the side and did not miss a beat.
Didn't miss a beat. Yeah.
But that is so phenomenal. So with this, this is the third annual.
Third annual, that's correct.
So tomorrow at 3 o'clock, look, get there and be there at 2:30. So you got time to go get your hot dogs.
Go get your hot dogs. Come
get
on
your
through.
seat because the seat's going to fill up.
And we start at 3 o'clock on time.
And I'm going to have the mic in my hand and said, okay, welcome. You know what I'm saying? At 3 o'clock.
And the last thing, too, is you're going to see the bands go one for one. But at the end, just like we've always done, we're going to come together and let y'all know, like, we ain't trying to fight each other.
Right.
We actually are here together.
Absolutely.
To be together.
Absolutely.
Because our community needs some
togetherness.
Hello.
Say it again.
We need
that.
And so the young people, the students are going to display that, look, we're not here to fight each other. We're actually here to be together.
And that teaches them also, even outside of band, togetherness. You know what I mean? That competitive spirit is not that we're doing this in a negative way, but it's teaching them that we can be competitive and yet be friends.
Yeah. And, you know, and I'll say this as we get ready to conclude. I've always shared as a band director that if America was more like what we see in band rooms, we'd be a much better place.
Don't you know it?
Because we can battle, but then we can come together.
Yes.
And we have a lot of unity. So we literally call that last song the unity song. Because we want to provide an example for what we really need to look like as a society.
Exactly. And that's a good thing. You know, I got to say this too, because there's a gentleman that called here, and everywhere I go, here, even yesterday when I went to take my car to get it serviced, the man walked up to me and said, "Hey, Sunshine, I was watching your show." And a man called you and he said, even though we don't think the same way when it comes to our political views, he said, but I want you to know I can still love you.
That's the most important part. That's it.
He said that. And that resonated with a lot of our viewers, because a lot of our viewers, and I will say, he was a white guy.
Yeah.
And he called, but when I say that, this is what we're trying to say. Just because you think one way,
don't
that
mean
don't
we
mean
don't have to dislike each other.
Don't have
That's
to
right.
dislike each other.
That's
that we
right.
can still, because love is the greatest thing of all. Jesus said with his word, even though you got the 10 commandments, I call it number 11. Love is greater than all of these.
Well, my Uncle Harold always told me love is what
And
love,
what love does. That's it. And I tell you, thank you so much. You know, we got to have you back so that we can have you back on again. So when the things that are coming up, we can make sure that we talk about it.
I'm here anytime you call
Now,
me,
look,
I'll be here.
We're going to do that because, look, and tomorrow I want to see everybody there at the high school, at Pine Forest, at 2:30.
That's right. And when you come, go ahead and take pictures and post it on social media so the people who do not get a chance to come will know what
Exactly
they
what they missed.
So next year,
They'll be there.
They'll be there.
No doubt.
That's
and
it.
I tell you, see when I get to having fun like this, because I love this so much, it takes me back to my high school days. I was a cheerleader, not a band. I was a cheerleader.
Yeah.
But listen at this, everybody. It has been fun. Mr. Young came down to share this with us. And look, he's going to come back to tell us about all the other stuff that they got coming up. I want you to be aware of that, and I'm going to make sure you know about it. Gotta go, but I'll leave you as I do every day, friends. Never, ever, ever lose your focus. Always remember that if you put God first, you'll be a total success. So until Monday morning, until 3 o'clock tomorrow, know that I love you with a perfect kind of love. Keep shining while I'm gone. Thank you so much, Mr. Young.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
It was a great day with all of this that we're talking about, the bands, the battle of the bands tomorrow, 3 o'clock, Pine Forest. Please don't let us down. I know you're going to be there to support all these young people.
That's right. And y'all go on Sunshine's Facebook page and copy that post and post it to yours too.
That's right, because it's sure on there. I've had it on there for a minute.
That's right.
So, and then when I say something, believe me, it's going to be on social media, because I believe in repetition over and over so people will see it.
So they'll see
so
it.
that
That's
you can be
correct.
there tomorrow with us as we do a great show tomorrow. And I got to go back and say this too. He keeps telling me, hurry up. But look, tomorrow is a day that this is the 3rd annual. Show Mr. Young just how much we appreciate all that the instructors do here for our kids in the community, because they spend just as much time with the kids as we do.
That's right.
That's a fact. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow, 3 o'clock, Pine Forest. Don't be late. Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.